Good evening, one and all, live from Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok tonight. I'm live from TikTok because JMac hasn't yet figured it out.
No, I have, but it's not working. Look, I click on request to join live, request, and it just keeps saying the same screen. I can't actually, it's not confirming my request.
That's quite annoying because I would like us to. Right now, there's a one-sided conversation going on here on TikTok Live. Right. Look at us, eh? This is like starting a podcast all again, isn't it?
Let me try again.
Let's try again. But anyway, while you do that, I will tell everybody why we're here tonight. Tonight, we are doing a podcast review on the movie Eureka. This was recently released. And we get sent a lot of films to review by distribution companies. And we very much enjoy the process of doing so. This was an interesting wee movie. We've got a couple of comments here. I'm going to bring them up now. Matthewman says, ahoy, gents. Matthewman, nice to see you. Hey, guys. It says Facebook user, which means someone's watching us in the Facebook group, which means it's probably Janice, because I think that's how Janice usually says hi. J-Mac, how excited are you to be reviewing another film? Hey, I think we should do maybe a second show every week. You know, do the usual Sunday jibber jabber, but then maybe review a film every week. What do you think?
It would be nice to do that. It's just, can we work it into our schedules? That's the thing. We're both such busy men. It's hard to see how we could squeeze that in, but I'd definitely be up for it.
It should be fun. So I was thinking about doing it more often. Just a reminder to everyone, we do go live every Sunday at 9 p.m. Jibber Jabber Podcast, Sundays at 9 p.m. I know you're watching here on TikTok, folks, and you can only see me and not J-Mac. I hope you can hear him through my headphones here. But if you're watching here and you like kind of what I'm saying, go over to YouTube and you will be able to see the full show as it should be, as it is intended, until we figure out this TikTok debacle. It's a shame we can't actually go live via TikTok, via this, but it doesn't seem to be happening. J-Mac, you're not getting in, are you?
Nope.
That's a bit gutting. Anyone watching via TikTok, if you want to go ahead and tell me how the hell I get J-Mac in on this screen, that would be smashing.
Would be nice.
This is what look, you can only co-host with friends or people you may know. Are you following? It says you're offline as J-Mac. That's why I'm trying to invite you in. Are you actually following? Are you even following our TikTok page?
There she is. There's Janice. Hope so. Hang on, profile. JMac67. It's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
Are you watching this episode on TikTok?
Just going to
go back on it. Maybe that's what it means. Live. Janice, nice to have you here tonight. As you can see, we're trying to do the whole TikTok live thing, but it's proven challenging. It's like starting a podcast all over again. This is what it was like in the early days of the Jibber Jabber podcast. So we're going to, just in a sec, get to what it is that we do, which is review films. Eureka. This is a film that was, it was released on the 16th of February, 2024, and it's entirely fascinating and an enriching experience by The Guardian. Oh no! Hello! We have another... Hi. Sorry, I thought you were J-Mac, mate. We've got another guest on the show. Say hi, everybody. What's your name?
Hey, man.
I don't know his name. How's it going, mate? We're live on the podcast. Can't seem to get my co-host on because it's... For sure, mate. For sure. I will definitely follow you, mate. I need to figure out how this thing works. So I'm going to come off it now, but I will definitely follow you. Cheers, mate. Thanks. I had to end the live. I don't know who the hell that was, but we had 108 folk in there, mate. That was class.
That's really this is getting annoying. we have to get this done.
Yeah, I know. Janice says, "I see, all good." That was class. That was excellent.
It's like, all right, mate. Don't know who you are. See you later. Off to a flyer.
That's a proper good part there.
Do you want to try again? Like,
Okay,
I'm
I'll
going through the steps here.
Right. This is an exclusive here. You're all getting to see how this works, how this happens.
Or how it doesn't work.
Right, for me. Okay, so settings, perhaps, moderators, practice mode. About me, support non-profit. Right, practice mode. Right, let's go to practice mode. How the hell do I get JMac in on an actual? I imagine all the kids know how to do this. Why do we know?
Because we're a different generation, man.
We're a different generation. No, it doesn't seem to be allowing me to get you in. The other guy came in, no bother.
But are you live again?
No, I'm on practice mode, which is like live, but no really live.
Right.
And we're getting new followers and everything there. It was gone mental. To share, you need to go live first. Interact. Quick poll, text poll. I allowed, somebody came on the podcast and I was like, ah! His face was just there and I'm like, oh, yeah. I was just like, oh. He's like, yeah, it's just describe how it going down and like that. And I'm like, who'd you turn this off?
Oh, that's funny. But you need to go live again so I can try and get in again. We'll try one more time.
It's we should have done a test of this before, eh? Dual.
Probably, aye.
Oh, that's dual camera. No, no wanting dual camera. I just want dual folk. I would like you and I.
Dual folk.
Dual share live center. Nah, right. If I go live again, right, here we go. I'm going live again. Right, I'm live again, JMac. I'm live again.
Okay.
My team, jibber jabber. Nah, it's no show me nothing. There's a ton of folk came in and straight away they're all jumping in.
Oh, it says you're live.
No.
Let's see.
Right, so click on it and there's a button there that you press and it says join.
It says join.
Something like join the call. Come on, man. You can't.
Is it guests?
Aye, maybe. Try it. Click it. Tell me you didn't even no click that to begin with.
No, that's what I'm on. And then it gives me this option to request to come in.
Uh-huh.
And it does fuck all.
Wait, invite a co-creator. Wait a minute, invite. I invited it. Quick invites. Co-host with recommended creators. But I was trying to do it with you and something's wrong with your TikTok because it won't let you come in. Have you got another TikTok? No?
No.
This is gosh. Can I get you in, man? Can I get you in?
Oh, well.
We tried. Hey,
we'll figure it out for next time. That's
coming
annoying.
soon. Coming soon. And
fucking...
do you know I'm live? I'll stay live on the podcast. It sucks that they can't hear you. Maybe they can hear you through my headphones, right? I'll stay live on TikTok. Eureka. Let's talk about the film Eureka. Anybody that's watching via TikTok, feel free to jump over to YouTube Live. Just search Jibber Jabber Podcast, and you'll be able to see us talk about the film Eureka. I'm going to play the trailer here that the folk at TikTok won't be able to see, just to give everybody at home watching tonight a wee bit of an understanding of what it is that we're reviewing tonight. Here it is.
Grandfather, I'm ready now.
Once you make the decision, you can never go back. When you wake up, everything's gonna be different. And my hands will guide you. Say goodbye to everything. Past is hard and lonely. I can never get enough. That's eternal. must always remember, space, not time.
J-Mac, that was a banging tune right at the start. That was probably my favourite part of the film.
Aye, it's something. I mean, this, just going into this film, it's not a film that's told in the way a film normally is. This is it's kind of split into 3 separate movies, all basically with the theme of the oppression of the Native American people. Now, it was shite.
Aye.
Wasn't my cup of tea. I was actually thinking about kind of misleading you for a wee while and making you think that I was being all J-Mac about it, and because it was all artsy fartsy, I thought it was good, but
it was artsy fartsy, wasn't it?
I hated this film. I literally, about 2/3 of the way through, walked upstairs and asked my wife to slap me in the face.
Did you actually?
Yeah, and she did. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't in some kind of film purgatory where I had to watch some senselessly long shots of people doing mundane shit.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, we're here to give an honest opinion, right? And does the film have its merits? 100%. The first 15 minutes, well, actually it's about 18 minutes. The first 18 minutes, I was intrigued. I was actually enjoying it.
That was class. It was class.
Yeah, I was enjoying it. I thought the performances were excellent. It's a Western. Because I knew nothing about this going forward. I didn't even watch the trailer that you just shown there. I just went in completely blind. Yeah. So when it started, it's in black and white. I'm like, oh yes, you know me, man. I love a bit of black and white.
I know.
It was in 4:3 format, and I was like, all right, they're really trying to make this feel like an old Western that you'd watch on the telly in the 60s and 70s. And you've got Viggo Mortensen acting his balls off. He was great, Viggo Mortensen. Yeah. The feel of it was brilliant. The tone that it set was really quite gripping. And yeah, I thought I was going to be in for a really fun time.
That
I was just waiting for you to say something now, and then we'll back and forward a wee bit.
I actually really liked the first part. I thought, he's just going to be shooting everybody, and then it made me think as well, as a Western type of film, I thought that's actually quite pish being alive back then, eh? 1 minute you're just sitting on your porch, next minute you got a fucking bullet through the head.
That guy deserved it though.
How?
I mean, he was a dick.
he was just cheeky.
I mean, the guy literally runs an inn or a saloon, right? And he's sitting on the front, on the porch, kind of pissed, and he's like, "Hey, all right, mate, I need a room." And he's just like, "Go away." He's like, "I'll pay you in advance." And then the guy draws a gun on him, so he's like, "Fuck you." I'm not putting up with that.
No,
like 1 star on TripAdvisor, you prick.
Well, he's fucking deed advisor now, isn't he? I thought that was really class. Do you know? I'm not going to shit all over this movie because I thought the film was. I mean, it's 2.5 hours long, and I know why.
2 and a big bit.
Do you know why? It's because they spend a good 45 minutes just staring at somebody with a camera for quite a bit of the movie. Do you not think?
Some of the shots and scenes just go on for an uncomfortably long amount of time. This is obviously a deliberate decision made by the director to do this. But the problem is, like, this film felt to me like dragged across concrete, but without any dragging or fucking concrete.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
And like I said, apart the Western part aside, because that was the part I was excited about. As soon as I was writing notes, right, I started note taking, as soon as the Western part changed, my last note that I've got written down in front of me says, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And that's the last note I took, because that's when, to me...
It was interesting how they done it.
It was interesting how they done it, but to me, that's when the film stopped being interesting. Maybe I'm just not the audience for this. It could, like I said, the film does have its merits. It is well shot. The sound's great.
Yeah.
I was going to say the acting's great.
Oh no, it wasn't. And the dialogue was great fish. No offense to the writer, but
the acting in the Western part was awesome. And then we go to the next part, which I don't think there's any professional actors in it.
Bar Viggo Mortensen for the first.
No, the second half. No, the second segment of the film.
Everything after Viggo.
Aye, it's kind of, it goes for a Western to being something like Fargo, except I call it Fargo in nowhere, because it was just, oh man. Give me some of your thoughts, man. I just feel like I'm drolling on about how much I don't like it.
I felt that it was the first part I did like. It was all black and white. It's funny. I like the transition between the Western to the cop brushing her teeth for about 20 minutes. Again, it could have been shorter, you know? I thought some of the dialogue was pants, right? It's like, you're coming with me, right? First off, when somebody's got a knife going on in a house and there's a fight between two folk in a house, and one cop comes in and is just like, right, come on. It's like, that's not how that would be handled. And then to be like, right, get in the car, and then the lassie keeps moaning and she's like, you going to charge me? And she's like, you are charged. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works.
It's like, I mean? One thing we've established with this film so far is it shows you every single little thing that happens, no matter how mundane it is. At no point does she read her what they call the Miranda rights over there. Nope. If you're getting charged, they will read your Miranda rights.
You are charged. Like, that's not even a thing. You have been charged. You're getting charged. You are charged. You are charged means you've just stood on something that's likely putting bolts through your fucking body. It just didn't. I was just like, what?
The woman who plays the kind of protagonist of that section of the film. I'm sorry, I don't have her name in front of me. She's actually a cop. She is a cop. She's not an actress, and it shows because she's as dull as midnight, man. Like there's no charisma in her performance. There's no everything she says sounds like she's reading it off a sheet of paper. I know that's what acting is. You're literally reading stuff off a sheet of paper, but part of acting is you need to add some sparkle to it. You need to put some glitter on the paper. But it was like watching a kid reading something in front of a class in primary 3. That's what it felt like to me when it came to the acting performances. And I think the same goes for every single actor in that segment of the film.
Aye, definitely. I didn't feel like I was really getting a sense of like a great performance from anybody. And I'm not trying to shit on this film. Hey, it's 2 and a bit hours long, right? And there's parts where it's visually beautiful as well. I don't. I'm trying not to be horrible, but it was a bit much to get.
It's a bit of a slog, wasn't it?
Aye.
And
you know what?
I totally understand the concept of a slow burn. In fact, I love a slow burn. Right, I love a film that takes a long time to get somewhere, but then pays off really well at the end. I fucking love a slow burn. Somebody forgot to light this one. Do you know what I mean? A slow burn is a slow burn. This one has had no ignition process. There's no fire burning at all. I understand it's got a point behind it, and that's fair enough. Maybe not being an American or a Native American, either or. Maybe not being one of those things is detrimental to my enjoyment of the film because I don't understand really what goes on between the Native Americans and the garden variety Americans, I suppose, and the oppression of those people. I understand a bit about it. Nobody's that stupid. I know that obviously the white man went over there and fucked everything up for the natives, and it just seemed to keep on going. I mean, it shows you some pretty grim realities about how some of the tribes are living these days. If that's how they are living, like in absolute squalor. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm assuming it is, or they wouldn't have made this.
Do you think it was someone's piece to basically say this is what's happening, this is what's been going down?
I felt like I was watching a documentary about nothing.
What do you think? What do you think the actual, like, the thought process behind here? We're going to make a film was for this.
Thank fuck we don't use actual film anymore. It's cheaper to do digital.
Nah, but like, how do you think it went down? Like, do you think somebody sat in a room and went, right, here's where we're going with this, folks. It's a story about what? You know?
It's 3 stories about... In fact, the first... I struggle with the first one. Like, the second 2 stories, I get the point about the oppression of the Native American culture. I get that from the last 2 segments, and or the bad treatment that they receive from lots of different people, really. But the first one just felt like a Western to me. I mean, you did have... I would have to go back and look at it again, but there's a bit in the first segment where a woman gets thrown out of what I'm assuming is a brothel.
Mm-hmm.
She gets literally chucked out and goes face first down into a pile of horse shit. And Viggo Mortensen's character just kind of steps over her like it's something he sees time and time again. I'm assuming, based on the content that followed, that she was probably a Native American. Aye?
Likely.
No.
I reckon.
Now,
It's
it's a really tough film to talk about. Like I said, there's no score for this film either.
I noticed that. It was very quiet, wasn't it?
No score. And that has been done in the past, and it's been done well. Or you can do it with little to no score. This had no score whatsoever. Yeah. And to me, I don't understand that directorial decision.
I think maybe it was just in a time of oppression. There's no really, like, you know, that there's that harrowing silence when you're having a shit time and you're kind of aware of your surroundings. It's just quiet. Maybe it's that.
I don't know, man. I really struggled to work out the merit behind this film, except from its subject matter. I think the subject matter could have been done well if it was done with more ability. But I don't know. I just think what we've got in front of us here is... I'm not going to say it's not trash. It's just nothingness. It's nothing. I don't know.
It does make you wonder, and I'm not, again, I mean it with all respect. There are films that I know that I find it very tough to make it through the distribution process. And then there are films you're like, how did that make it through the distribution process?
Well, it's box office to date, I think, is about $3,000.
Yeah.
Not great. I'm assuming it cost more than that to make it. Because, like I said, it does look beautiful in parts. It is well shot.
Mate, there was points for me where I was just going, maybe I'm just not intelligent enough, right? Because I argue this. Well, I don't argue it. I agree with Todd all the time. He and I are very much of this mind. The film should just be what the film is, right? Now, I know you probably lean more towards the other side, where you like a film that's got depth in it, that's got, where you've got to analyse it. You've got to analyse it afterwards. You've got to go back and watch it a second time to really understand its genius, yeah? Todd and I are like... It
has to have some mass appeal about it before I'm interested in doing that, though.
Aye. Well, for me, I'm like...
film... Sorry.
No, sorry. I was just going to say, like, for me, Snake in the Water comes to Tanya, try and get away from it. Right? Simple. Right? There's Godzilla. Hey, Godzilla! Run. Okay? To the best of your ability. You know what I mean? I like films that are just, you shouldn't have to try and figure it out. You shouldn't get a sore head to try to fucking enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
So what's wrong with you? I'm trying to enjoy this and I got it.
And imagine you're like, oh, I got it! I've got it! Oh, that was great. You know what I mean?
Maybe I'll watch it again and see if I miss something, but
You can't, because of the screener. It runs out, man. I had to fucking email them, then email them again. Here's one thing I'll say to you about this, right? Technically, and this is a wee exclusive for everybody at home listening. When we get sent a screener, usually we get a link and a password. Sometimes we'll get sent a file. Very, very uncommon that we get a file. Sometimes we'll get sent a physical DVD. This one was strange because it came and then it ran out before I even got a chance. And then I turned it on and it says, like, you've got like 5 attempts to watch this, right? So I turned it on and went, oh, can I not turn it big screen on my phone? Oh, that sucks, because now, and the bar didn't leave either. That sucks. So I'll try and cast it. So I went off, it went back on it. I counted as another one. I went, oh, it's like I'm running out of credits to watching, right? And I spent that much time trying to cast it to my telly that I ran out of credits. I was like, no! So I had to email them again and be like, I'm really sorry, but I ran out of credits just trying to. And then at the end, I had to watch it. And then I had to watch it on my phone, right? And the player, whatever player they're using, is fucking terrible. The worst I've ever used. The bar that says play and shows you how far along stayed up the whole time. So when I put the subtitles on, I couldn't read them because they were behind the bar. I'm like, what the?
And it does get quite heavy on subtitles for certainly the third portion. I can imagine that was a bit of a challenge to get through it when you're like, oh, I can read one of each line of subtitles. That's class.
I was just getting a couple of words in and just making the rest up as I went. Was it all right for you?
It was fine. I watched it on my PC though.
All right. Well, so I take it you could do the big screen thing and all that.
Yeah.
I should have done it on screen, but I didn't know in one place long enough. You know what I mean? So I need to walk about with my phone and put the washing away while I'm like, you know what I mean? All that fun stuff. So the screener experience for me.
Some reviewers do it.
So the screener for me wasn't the best, but you know what? Again, thank you to the guys for sending it along. I would say to everybody, even though so much Eureka wasn't quite for us, it might be for you. So you should definitely check it out. I don't think it's out yet. Well, it is, but you can't find it anyway. You can just Google it.
One thing that did make me laugh every now and again is, like, as I was watching it, I mean, the most entertaining thing about the screen was just watching your name pop up all over it.
I know, right? And do you know why that is? It's in case somebody...
In case you leak it and then go, it was him. It was him.
Nah. Well, we're 6 years in now, and we've never leaked anything, and we've never disrespected anybody. Do you know what I did do though? I took a couple of screenshots on my phone, and I do it so that I can bring them up here and show them some stills of the film, whether I like these, you know, just to go, here was a great part, It's not uncommon. And it's got a wee blocker on it, right? So they're probably getting notifications. That guy's trying to snap your film, like making me feel like an absolute criminal. And really, I'm trying to promote the damn thing. Who are you? YouTube?
We're doing a real good job of promoting this one so far.
Yeah. Mate, we're always honest. Hey, Viggo Mortensen, I wonder what his appeal to be part of this was. He must know somebody connected to the project.
I'm not even going to guess why, but the thing is, the section of the film that he was in was good. It was interesting. It was intriguing.
I like that.
Like when I was watching it, I was like, "You fucking beauty! I'm in for a 2.5 hour western." 18 minutes in, I get to see a fucking Polish woman doing the dishes. I was like,
"That's so true! That's so true, man!" For far longer than it should have been. I wonder what the style was there. Now again, we're not trying to be so negative on it, but what I'll say is, we here are just trying to understand it, and maybe this film does need 4 or 5 watches. Maybe there are people far more intelligent. Maybe we're not as intelligent as the audience that this was intended for. But I'm thinking to myself, like, it had the makings of some great stuff, and maybe there's absolute genius in there that we've just missed. So everybody that's watching this or listening, definitely check it out for your own sake and tell us what you think. I found it hard to piece together. Like, what is this? I mean, Lassie turns into a bird.
I don't think that's what happens. I think that's just.
That's what happens, mate. She's sitting drinking a coffee. You spend about 40 minutes watching her just sitting there sipping this coffee, listening to all the background noise. Next minute, that absolute banger of a tune starts playing outside when the guy's like, right? And then the bird flies away, and you're like, oh, there's a cool ass bird flying into the sky. And it goes back to where she was sitting, the coffee cup's there, and there's a bunch of feathers. She turned into it, man. She turned into that.
What an ugly bird as well.
Aye, before she turned into the pelican. I'm joking, that was you.
Oh, that was you. Ooh, that was below the belt, man.
That was you. You say that. I'm joking.
I actually thought she had a really pretty smile.
Aye. I felt the cat. I didn't care about the characters. Maybe Viggo Mortensen. I wonder what the scenario was with his daughter. She's like, I'm the going nowhere. You fucking what? Got to shoot her dad.
It's like, I'm going nowhere unless I'm dead. He's like, oh, you're dead.
Aye, he pointed a gun at her. See if my child pointed a gun at me, I'd probably be like, I'm disappointed, son. But this is the way it's going to be. I wouldn't raise a gun and try and shoot him.
I'm no angry at you. I'm just disappointed. Blammo!
I know. You get that? You know what I mean? I don't think.
Wait, now, this is getting a wee bit spoilery.
Well, the good news for you is you're going to be fucking. I mean, we're only spoiling the best bit, which was the shortest bit, right? Because I felt in the western part there was no what we'd call dead air. There was no dead non-air.
No, there was some silent intrigue, and there was some tension building, and then there was some interesting stuff happening, and then when that started happening, boom, dishes.
I know. I like the transition though. That was smart.
I felt like I got from dusk till dawn in a really bad way.
Aye.
I think maybe if I'd watched the trailer, that wouldn't have happened. So maybe that's my fault because I never watched the trailer. But sometimes I like to just go in completely blind.
Well, I tend not to watch trailers, mate.
Sometimes you can watch a trailer and you've kind of already made your mind up about the film before you've seen it. So sometimes I like to just not do that. And this was one of those occasions. And I'm glad I didn't do it. But
well, by the way, you know, this film won an award at the Festival de Lima PUCP.
Oh, man. Oh, I take everything back then. It must be cracking.
So Eureka has been shown in the Cannes Film Festival 2023 Gijón International Film Festival, where it was nominated for the best film, the 2023 Munich Film Festival, where it was nominated for 2023 Best International Film, and the 2023 Pingyao International Film Festival, where it was nominated for People's Choice Award. It won Premio del Jurado de Ficción at the 2023 Festival de Cine de Lima PUCP. So
right. It's winning because of its subject matter and not the film itself.
You reckon?
100%. The subject matter is important. The oppression of the Native American people is an important issue.
Aye,
so they're jumping on that, giving it awards because that's the right thing to do at this point in time. Oh, it's saying something, it's saying that we're being a bit dodgy. We better give it some awards, right? The execution of the filmmaking was about as good as your pronunciation of those fucking words a minute ago.
Fair dues. I'll give you that. That's a bit pish. That's
what the film should have been called. Eureka Pish.
What's that? Eureka Pish. There's two white men sitting laughing at this film.
Oh, not once did I laugh when watching the film. Not once.
No, I know.
Did you?
No. Oh, wait a minute. Did I laugh? I laughed when she turned into a bird. And I laughed at some of the questionable dialogue. Didn't he really? It's when she's like, hey, did I mention I'm pregnant? I need to go to the toilet or something.
She was absolutely brutal, man. I wanted her just to fucking slam the brakes on and mash her face into the fucking bars between the front and back seats.
She's like, am I going to get charged or something? You are charged. What?
For what I read, there is actually a fair bit of improvisation in this. And normally the good thing about good improvisation is you can't really tell when it's happening.
Yeah.
Just saying, shitty dialogue, bad improvisation.
There was a part as well where the cop picks the jacket up off the seat.
Fell off again.
No, like she goes to pick up to take it away and put it on. And just even the way she went to move her hand until she was finished saying it's like, it felt like she was definitely like, this is what I do next. This is what I do next. Do you know what I mean? It felt like very formulaic.
I don't have any bad feelings towards the actress that was playing that role because she was given that she was a cop and she was given the chance to be essentially the lead of a film for probably about half the runtime of the film.
Yeah.
Who's not going to do that? So I've just been asked to be in a film. I'm going to do it. Fuck it. What it was a poor choice to actually give her that opportunity. They could have just, if they had used real actors to portray these parts, maybe those segments would have worked better. But my biggest issue was was just the length of time that it went on for in general. The length of time it lingered on shots where nothing was happening. Nothing.
Always, man. So much of that. And it really put me off. I was like, I'm scared to skip it. I'm scared to skip it because I didn't actually want to miss anything, but this is aching at me. Janice says, well, I wanted to see Eureka till I heard you guys.
See it anyway. Janice, see it anyway. You might love it. You might you might actually, as an American, understand more of the point that it's trying to make. Maybe we're just the wrong audience for it. This is. I'd love to give credit where it's due. Maybe it's just not for us. That's the point. Maybe we're just not the target audience for it.
I believe that because, I mean, there's a lot put in. You didn't make two and a bit hours. You don't make a film that long with that much. Because, by the way, let's just take the viewer hat off here and look at them. Look at how this was a movie that was made, and it was someone's love to make this film because a lot of time's clearly been spent on it. A lot of effort purely been put into it. There are parts of it that look incredible. There's a lot been put into it, and hats off to the director that made this film. Just it wasn't for you and I, but definitely hats off to the filmmaking process because that clearly, like, a lot went into it, and a lot of it was done quite artfully. The keeping the camera on while fuck all's happening wasn't big on that.
No, the film could easily have been an hour shorter. Easily.
Yes. Just
half an hour for each segment. Give an extra 10 minutes to the Western, make it half an hour. Take time off. Yeah, take time off the other two, make them half an hour each. A half hour, and maybe you've got something worth watching. But for me, it felt quite self-indulgent, to be honest.
The director's name is Lisandro Alonso. Looks a wee bit like Sirius Black. Aye, good on him. He's got a craft that he sticks to, and very well. Like he's rubbed with some heavy hitters, So he's very good. See, here's my measuring stick. See when I go, Matthewman, what do you think of this? And he's like, oh, that's when you know if Matthewman does not approve. That's when you know. I was like, here we go, man. I'm in for a shift. You could be right. Janice, definitely right. Check it out. Matthewman, defo wasn't for me. I thought to myself, see when when I turned it on, and in my head I've got Matthewman in the back of my head going, that just wasn't for me, lads. And then I started watching it, and I'm like, wait a minute, actually, this is class. Like the West, I thought, oh, we're in for a wet. I'm like, what the fuck's Matthew Man on about? Must not like Westerns. I'm like, I can't wait to tell Matthew Man, no, I fucking loved it, Matthew Man, man, you on? And then I went, oh, all right. I was like, right, okay. Matthew Man, pull a seat up, man. I'm on my way. Yeah.
From happiness to misery today.
Because I really like Disagree. See if I truly think something was class. Matthew Man and I said,
I had the same feeling. When I was watching the Western part and the fact that it was in black and white as well. I was like, oh, this is why Kev didn't like it. And I'm like, I can't wait. I'm enjoying this so far. I'm so enjoying this. I'm going to rip him to shreds for not understanding and getting how good this film is. And then it just went, dishes.
I know. Matthew Man says, tell your JM would like the first 15. So did I.
18 actually. 18.
That was my favorite part, was the Western. I felt like that should exist somewhere.
So what that's telling us is what we really want now is a good Western. Give us a good Western.
Well. Have you seen Yellowstone?
No.
That is a phenomenal Western show.
It's a modern Western though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the first Yellowstone is, but it's got.
I know. It ended up going back in time, like once they had success
it's
with
modern.
Yeah,
but it's basically it's caked in lineage and ancestry, and you'll no take my land. My fucking family bled for this and all that. But I'm telling you, if you love westerns, which by the way, I do, if you love westerns, watch Yellowstone. It is modern western, but holy shit, the performances, the writing, all that stuff.
I love Kevin Costner as well. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Please, and I'll not see you for about 2 weeks because that's how long it'll take you to binge 5 series.
I think I seen the first episode. I'm pretty sure I did actually. It starts off with like a truck accident and him telling folk to piss off.
Can't even mind.
I'm pretty sure that's how it starts. And I was like, I'm going to like this. And then life got in the way and I seen fuck all else.
Mate, it's all on Paramount Plus. Get it binged. Do you know what my wife says to me?
I don't have Paramount Plus.
You can get a free trial. Or there's ways.
Nah, because I have had it already because I had it through Sky Movies. Then we cancelled Sky Movies, so I'll not get a free trial anymore. Not a new customer anymore.
Use a different email, you goon.
You aren't advocating such behaviour on a live YouTube channel, are you, Kevin?
Is what I would say if I was a pirate, like this here one-eyed Willie behind me. But I are not. Yar.
Well, it's not the first time you've had a one-eyed Willie, haven't you? That's cool, by the way. What is that?
Oh, they're in HMV. There's a Jaws one, but I've got a big Jaws framed picture, so I was like, nah. It's a flag.
It's a flag.
Goonies flag. Right. It says at the bottom, Goonies never say die. Look. Goonies never say die.
Awesome.
£6 in HMV. You can get a ton of anime ones and that, but I seen the Goonies one and I was like, I think I'll take that, thank you. And I thought, I'll put it up here. It kind of works, doesn't it?
Well, what an awesome thing to have on a flag as well. Fucking Jolly Roger.
I know, right? Fucking class. My wife says to me, why are you not watching 1888? Because that's the prequel series. Like, you've got all those series to watch now that your Yellowstone's finished. I says, because I can't commit to it taking over my fucking life like this did. Like, I'm going to have to give myself a wee break, get shit done. Then I'll allow it. I'll allow it to enter and take me away from fucking every other thought I've got, you know?
It's like you just disappear for the podcast for a month, and when we come back, you come on the live show and you just look like a pilgrim. I'm like, oh fuck, he got taken by it.
I'm away, lads. Eureka, I'm going to rate it now on my IMDb. I've rated it. I'm telling you what I rated it.
4.
Is that what you gave it?
That's what I'm guessing you gave it.
No, but you should give it 1. It's a 6.2 out of 10 with 195. 195. There's 18 critic reviews, 2 user reviews. I'm going to read the reviews.
2 user reviews. That's what I mean. The critics will love this because it's nonsense.
Well, I've got 2 users who are not critics, right? One's a 10 out of 10, and it says the movie starts off with black and white with Viggo Mortensen dropped off in the middle of the extremely wild west. It was extremely wild, by the way, by a sulky lady on a cart delivering a child's coffin. That's gutting. Little do we know that we are at the beginning of a hypnotic trip full of enigmas and feathers, where at one moment everything feels very real and fleshy to say the least, and the next a huge redneck stork appears and transfers us back in time again to a Brazilian selva, where we are listening to yellow-armed dreams. Gold will be washed, and the bird will return, making someone else disappear. Eureka! See, that person gets it. Knives and guns, basketballs, police codes. Aye. There's like a fucking 10-minute bit where a guy just going, blah, 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 blah,
174
blah.
dispatch.
What?
174 dispatch.
And he says it over and over and over again.
175 dispatch. 174 has not responded.
Oh, like, I'll listen to about 10 minutes
Also,
of that going,
why was she not responding? Never tells you.
a magic potion, heavy snow, wild waterfalls, all those tell us a mystic, never-ending story. Oh, turn around of America's indigenous population.
Danny, waste your time.
Ignoring the notion of time, structure, and shape. I ignored that, all right, because we spent 10 minutes listening to a guy telling us fucking dispatch. Now, by the way, that was The Beach Life, right? And that was back in July that they reviewed that. That person got it. That 10 out of 10er. That person understood it. Yeah, it got it.
He probably made the fucking thing.
No, that was Sirius Black. Right, but we've got a 7 out of 10 here and all. Right, 3 stories, 1 theme, unconventional, but powerful. Okay, here we go. Eureka! 3 stories, 3 periods, 3 treatments, all connected by a blurred frontier between life and death. This person also got it. A gritty black and white western.
I got all that. I
condensed-
totally got all that, but it was just badly told in between.
A clever transition to a more naturalistic Fargo-like. Mate, did you read this review? Did you read this review earlier?
No, why?
Because they're mentioning Fargo and all.
Well, it's because it was all snowy and full of cops. That's Fargo, isn't it?
Billy Bob Thornton fucking with a dodgy knee.
Billy Bob Thornton with his pumpkin pie haircut.
It says, like the first two, the third act is also treating the theme of colonial oppression on a native population, this time in the 70s somewhere. Oh, okay. I understand it, but come on, man. Fuck me. Give something that entertains me. Right?
I mean, there are films that are great that aren't fun. Do you know what I mean? Like Schindler's List is not fun, but it's a great film. Let me think of another example here.
What was a funny bit in it?
The Exorcist, great film, not fun.
That is fun. Fuck me.
Not fun. Fuck, what else? I don't know. I can't think. My brain has literally been fried trying my best to enjoy this. But there's a difference between a film being entertaining and a film being important.
Do you think it was important?
Probably to the right audience.
Those wee reviewers. They got it.
Yeah, all 2 of them. But I still go back to the fact that I think that the film had its competent moments. Like I said, it was well shot. The sound design was great, apart from the fact that there was no fucking music in it, which can work when it's done properly, but didn't work here, in my opinion. Some of the acting was good. That's really where it ends for me, man. I think there could be an idea in there worth trying again, but over a 90-minute runtime.
Yeah.
Maybe there should not normally they do you'll get a film comes out and then they do a director's cut. This clearly is the director's cut. What they should do is have the folk that like films cut.
Aye, that would be something. The folk that like films cut. Janice says, I'll watch it and let you know what I think. Please do, Janice. I think you may actually really enjoy it, but just maybe wasn't what J-Mac and I were expecting. However, we're very grateful to be given the opportunity to review it. The fact that anybody thinks our opinion is worth anything is really cool. It's probably not on the grand scheme of the world and everything that goes on in life. Our opinion means absolutely Shakespeare. But it's very cool to be asked to review it. Very happy to have done so. Not quite my cup of tea, but that might, like, if someone I know who hates shit films says, "Oh, it's not my cup of tea," I'm like, "Well, I'm fucking watching it then." So take that for what it is, right? Maybe it is for you.
If we're not honest, there's no integrity in what we're doing.
Of course.
So,
and we're not wrapping it in our ass. Like, sorry, it's been a long day. We're not ripping it in our arse. There's beautiful parts in it. The bird's quite cool and that, I know. But there's hand in hand. J-Mac, is that your audition? We go definitely check it out. Eureka. Just go to the Apple store. I'm sure it's there. Nah, it will be.
so if I go to the Apple store right now and check it.
Eureka. Right, let's see where we can find this film. Right, because we get sent it as a screener, and I do my research. But on my research,
it's on Amazon Prime.
Right, there you go. Get over to
Shocker.
Prime. What you like, mate? What you like? Get us in trouble, man. Aye. Usually we get movies and they're like middle of the road. We're like, it wasn't terrible, wasn't it? Phenomenal, but it was tolerable. Sometimes we get movies and we're like, oh, it's fucking class, man. Oh, it's excellent. And sometimes we get movies like this where we're just like, it's a lot of talent and going into it, but it just wasn't for us. Maybe a Scottish historical film would fit better. Well. Have you seen?
There's been a few of them before.
Have you seen? What's it called? Outlooking. It's on Netflix. Check it out. Hey, have you seen? Did you watched Iron Claw recently? Didn't you?
No, I started it, but I was too tired, so I missed the rest of it. I actually fell asleep in the cinema.
I gave it a motherfucking 10. You fell asleep watching it in the cinema?
Mm-hmm.
Out of order, man. Wasted your money. Got a good nap, though.
That was a comfy seat, you know what
I mean? The recliner, aye.
I was the what do you call it?
You
Showcase
whore.
Deluxe.
You whore.
Oh, pardon
Couple
me.
of quid to get the feet up and get a wee bit of silence, eh? J-Mac. We got a request from a UFO expert who wants us to invite him on the show on Mother's Day. I think we're going to do a pre-record for Mother's Day, if I'm right, and air it, because Mother's Day is not a day you can fuck off to your cupboard, right? I'm right in saying the same for you, eh? Aye. So we'll do a pre-record, but it'll not be with the UFO expert. We've got a UFO expert coming up who's got a book and all that. They reached out to us, so I don't know too much about them. I'm going to respond to them like that. Yeah, it's not happening on Mother's Day, mate, but we can give you the Sunday after. And I got another couple of cool shows planned coming up, which I'll spring on you, J-Mac. So make sure that you all tune in. As always, guys, we're always live on a Sunday. Well, we're not always live, but
mate,
you like that,
what the fuck happened to my fucking teeth in that?
I don't know.
Look at it. I mean, the rest of it's pretty good, to be fair. Like yours looks just like you, right?
That's funny. Eh?
Yours is just like you. Like anybody could show me that at any point in my life, and I could go, "That looks like a guy I used to do a podcast with."
Used to.
That looks like the fella I did the podcast with. What's a podcast, you know? Fool?
Tune in on a Sunday.
We used to use microphones. Oh, this guy uses microphones. He doesn't use the internal microchipped speakerphone. Fucking. But me, I look like the type of guy that talks to people at bus stops.
Yeah, that's him.
Aye, that's so. Do you know what time it is? It's time for me to smell my bumhole again.
Did you get your copy of Skyrim, aye? Aye. We're live every Sunday at 9 p.m. Even if we're not live, we'll still be there.
Sorry.
What?
Do you know who it looks like?
Who?
Hey man, you got a couple of minutes to talk about animal cruelty? No. Nah.
He's the type of guy that goes in and orders a triple frappa minus the fucking soy and all that shit. Eh?
Aye, that's definitely got oat milk in it.
Fucking aye, can't even remember what I was going to say there, but that's funny. That's funny. Well, good. Next week we'll probably have the TikTok thing sorted, because that could be fun. And J-Mac, I think we should just do some adventuring out into TikTok together and just have a couple of banter. So if you're not following us on TikTok, go to TikTok, type in Jibber Jabber Podcast. It is at Jibber Jabber Podcast on TikTok. Smack us there. Tell your friends about the show. By the way, if anybody watching wants to leave us a Facebook review, review on iTunes or whatever, even if you don't like us, be honest, but give us a wee review. That helps. Sends us up the charts and all that stuff. We've got thousands. Hey, we had 19.7 thousand, or I think it was 7 in 1 week tuning into our show. Well, tuning into our channel just via fucking YouTube, and we get hundreds of yous listening to us and all that. But sometimes we show up on a Sunday night and there's like 20 folk in, and you just didn't even all talk. It baffles me, man. So maybe we'll get me a chat. If I had somebody jump in on my live on TikTok, so I'm looking forward to that. AJ, mate,
that's going to happen a lot.
It's going to be like Clubhouse, but you can see us.
Yeah, I love Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Bit different, a bit less political. But aye, so it's coming up on the hour. So if we end this before the hour, I can shed this podcast out elsewhere. They are the work. So aye. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Definitely check out Eureka, support the filmmakers, and thank you for joining us. And get to your bed, enjoy your week ahead. J-Mac, anything you'd like to say before we go away?
Yeah, as I wish the filmmaker that did Eureka, we managed to keep this under an hour. So,
well, no, exactly an hour by the time we finish. But thanks again, guys, and we will see you next week.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Oh.